What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to Retrograde Studios. Thank you so much for hanging out with us again on this day. I really appreciate you guys coming and hanging out, checking out these videos. It means so much to us. But as always, we'd love to give a huge shout out to our friends over at We Play Games for sponsoring our videos. They've been such a big help in helping us get the games that we don't have immediate access to, giving us just a place to hang out and a second place to call home, letting us film in the store. Much more stuff on the horizon with those guys. Thanks again, you guys over at We Play Games. Check them out at WePlayGamesLV.com. And as always, if you're new to the channel or you haven't already, remember to hit that subscribe button, smash the notification bell if you're into that kind of thing. Stay up to date for when we make these videos because we're good stuff. Why else? Okay, today's video is just a little bit different. I'm going to be going over some of the things that we've added to the game room for the last, a month and a half, 2 months, however long it's been since the last time we made one of these videos. I think it's really cool just to kind of share some of the things that we picked up, why we picked them up, and just sort of go over what it is and why I'm so excited to share it with you guys and maybe help you guys build your own collection. So let's not waste any time, starting with item number one. I was in Carson City doing a video shoot for a buddy of mine who needed some help with a car documentary series that he wants to start. Super exciting stuff. I can't wait for him to get that going. And then we were doing a bunch of nonprofit stuff, just some video work for whatever he had going on. And on my off time, very little amount of off time, I managed to swing by a little video game store that I found in Carson City in Nevada. And they had a couple of things that I'm super excited to share because I've been looking for them for a while and I'm really grateful that I got a chance to get my hands on them. One of them is this shiny ass, silver, clean Game Boy Pocket in great condition. It has a little bit of an issue with the up and down button, and that's something that I'm going to address later. I'm going to see if I can get into taking these things apart. But it's just, you have to press them a little more hard than everything else. It's not absolutely flawless, but that's to be expected with the Game Boy that came out in 1989. So, super awesome. It's an amazing addition. I think it only cost me 30 or 40 bucks. It was not that much, and I'm really grateful to add handhelds to the collection because we love handhelds. Love them. Sticking with the same theme of that retro game store, I believe the name was Retro Replay in Carson City. We were finally able to get our hands on a copy of Pokemon Soul Silver, complete in the box with the manual and everything. Dude, this funny little story. I was doing some work for an engineering company up in Carson City about a year ago, almost exactly to this date. And they had this specific copy of this game in the case. And they were asking $89 at the time. That was long before doing any YouTube or doing anything else. I just couldn't in my mind justify a reason to spend that much money on a silly Pokemon game. Don't get me wrong, we love our Pokemon, but I just couldn't justify spending $89 on a single DS game. Well, I went back this year to do some video work up in Northern Nevada, and they still had this in the case, and this time it was running for $130. Way more than what it was last time. And I know a market when I see one. We know a good game when we know one, and with a much higher appreciation for retro games and for collection stuff, we did not hesitate at all to pick this one up. It was a no-brainer, done deal. I would do it again today if the opportunity presented itself. So, Pokemon Soul Silver from Retro Replay out in Carson City. If you guys get a chance to stop there for whatever reason, they are a tiny little store and they're so cool and so helpful and knowledgeable. They had a bunch of stuff packed in there. A little itty bitty store, so check those guys out too. And moving on to the next one, we have, what did I do with my hands? We have Pikmin 3 Deluxe for the Nintendo Switch. This game doesn't really need much of an introduction. It's not retro by any means. Pikmin 3 kicked ass on the Wii U. I was a big Wii U fan. I'm a huge Nintendo fanboy. But the Deluxe does a ton of justice. Multiplayer, just the upgraded graphics, visuals, and all the things they managed to jam pack into this tiny little cartridge was super cool. And this game is awesome. It's a no-brainer to pick up Pikmin 3. If you have not played Pikmin, you are missing out. 1 and 2 are even more rare and they're much harder to find and they're super expensive too. Pikmin 3 Deluxe on the Switch. Get this in your library. You're missing out. This game kicks a lot of ass. On to the very next couple of games. These ones were both gifts from Buck Foy, my brother, my partner in crime, the guy that's working behind the camera most of the time. He managed to go online and pick me up a copy of NFL Street 3 because apparently I was running my mouth and I wanted to smoke and then I put it on him over and over again. But not the point. This game, super clean. It is amazing, dude. The ability to run on walls and the crazy flip tricks and throwing the ball behind your back. Tons and tons of fun. I specifically remember having a bunch of fun with this game a long time ago, and it's not very easy to find now. It's not circulating very much through town. This game is a gem and it is difficult to get a hold of, and I personally believe that this is the best one in the series. A lot of people will argue and say that the second one is the best, but I just think it got better over time, and NFL Street 3, definitely a catch. Pick up NFL Street 3. Any of the NFL Street games are amazing, but NFL Street 3, my personal favorite. And on to the very next one. This one I'm super excited for. Dude, Silent Hill 4, The Room. Absolutely terrifying, super good condition. This one he picked up for me at We Play Games. It is pricey and it is hard to find. This game is not a joke. The Silent Hill series is just getting harder and harder to pick up because they stopped making collections, they stopped making the games. The series has kind of been dead in the water for a long time. And unless they start doing remasters, which really doesn't feel likely, these are just gonna get harder and harder to find, and they're just gonna keep jacking that price up. So you guys need to be getting your hands on the Silent Hill games in the series. There's a cool collection for the Xbox 360 that has the second and third game on it. The first one's already hard to find and super expensive, and the fourth one right up there with it is hard to find. So get your guys' hands on Silent Hill 4. That is a solid addition to the game room, and it was a really kick-ass present. Thank you again, Buckway. Just a handful of games that we picked up really quick from Walmart, just doing some regular shopping. We managed to get our hands on a couple of games we didn't have. They are sealed. Price stickers are on them. I don't think we're gonna open them or anything like that, but they do make great additions to the game room, and I just kind of like having, you know, listen, our sealed stuff. I just kind of like having things to fill in the shelves. First one was Bully, the Scholarship Edition. It's the Xbox 360 version, but it plays on the Xbox One. It was only 12 bucks, and it's sealed. From what I hear, this is a kick-ass game. Rockstar is notorious for making kick-ass games, so I know that's gonna be a great addition, and this one was a really good pick. It was actually from Davey Wavy, my youngest brother, and this one, definitely a good call. Thanks, Davey. And then moving on to the next two games we got from Walmart, Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2. Zombie, shooters, run and gun, first person, action, multiplayer, splatter heads. Left 4 Dead 1 and 2, 20 bucks, 13 bucks, can't beat it. Great additions to the game room. I'm pretty sure we have these downloaded and they're awesome games. Maybe we should get into some gameplay or something of these ones because they're just super, super fun and they're kind of timeless. So, moving on to the very next games, I did want to talk about really quickly these Mario Party reproduction cartridges being sold at We Play Games. Man, those guys have the plug on the reproduction cartridges and the modded cartridges. You guys saw that we did the 007 with Mario characters. That came from We Play. And for us specifically to have reproduction cartridges available, to be able to play these games for our channel, to be able to get gameplay content for it, or whatever it is when we decide to take the Mario Party route, Mario Party you cannot go wrong with, and the fact that they're reproduction cartridges made them more accessible, much more cheap, and no one can even tell the difference when they're just sitting on the shelf. But I am going to be honest with you guys, these are reproduction cartridges, but I'm super excited to have them, and they work exactly the same, and they're in mint condition because they are not real. All right, last but definitely not least, this is the best part of this whole video, and the most excited thing I have to share with you guys. It is none other, my freaking favorite, than the Game Boy player on the Nintendo GameCube. We have been struggling with trying to find out how we're gonna get gameplay footage of Game Boy games, and all of the DIY videos and all of the breaking the Game Boy apart, plugging certain circuits into other places, and it's just a dissection disaster. This beats everything. I ran into somebody on Facebook Marketplace. She was super, super kind to us and hooked us up with this for a really great deal. And it came with the disc and everything, and this is the thing, man. I even have the Game Boy wireless adapter for the Game Boy Advance game because I was playing Pokemon Leaf Green with Buckboy, getting our battle on and trading and, you know, all that good stuff. This thing runs and acts completely as a Game Boy. It plays original Game Boy games, plays, you know, Game Boy Advance games, everything. And it connects straight to our capture card, letting us stream or letting us capture gameplay footage of whatever game that we're playing. And this just totally unlocks a whole new library for us on the channel here at Retrograde Studios, and this is why we are super, super excited to add something so rare and so expensive to our collection. And we think that if you have the opportunity to grab one of these, do not let it slip. That disc right here is what you're paying for, because these are a dime a dozen, but these right here are the diamonds in the rough, and they're very difficult to find. Game Boy player, yes. And that was it, you guys. That was just a little update to the game room. Just kind of wanted to show some of the things that we brought in, sort of explain why we brought them in. So if you start seeing things pop up all over the place, now you know where the heck they came from. That is the purpose of these. I'm not going to do them too often. Maybe we'll wait until a whole bunch of things get collected up, because we pick them up as we go, odds and ends, and then we'll just show them off to you guys so you guys can see exactly why we grabbed them. and maybe what the hype is around it, if there is any at all. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today. That was a quick, easy one for you on this beautiful Wednesday evening, and I cannot wait to see you guys on the next video. Let's jump back into some still slabs or something else spicy we've been brewing up on the channel. We will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Peace!